Regarding the United States at the beginning of the hybrid vehicle, it was seen as a groundbreaking move in the direction of a cleaner future. It wasn't very luxurious or exotic, but Hollywood celebrities adored its eco-friendly image. Yet, regular low-income customers loved its outstanding fuel efficiency, when the price of fuel was about to rise to set new records. However, since then, EVs have taken center stage for electricity. The car, the Tesla Model Y, is rising to the top of the automotive sales charts in California. Although EVs were the star of the show, the firm, previously praised for popularizing hybrids, was rewarded with harsh condemnation from environmental organizations for being hesitant to embrace EVs and for advocating against stricter climate laws. However, EV sales have decreased in the United States, from selling in only 25 days at the start of 2023 to 72 days more than a year later. In the meantime, hybrids are becoming much more popular compared to even basic internal combustion vehicles and winning prizes. Compared to EVs, hybrid sales increased 5 times quicker in February of 2024. Finally, automakers are taking note of the situation. They understand that they still need to make sales of automobiles today, not tomorrow. And that's what people are interested in purchasing. Automobile manufacturers, some of whom had produced audacious promises to switch to electric power, are now withdrawing back on EV production for their own benefit. However, EVs are more efficient than hybrids at lowering greenhouse gas emissions. Advocates claim that they are a reliable short-term answer. Automobile manufacturers, some of which had made audacious pledges to switch to electric power, are currently decreasing the production of EVs in favor of hybrids. The hybrid upsurge. The US enjoyed a record-breaking year for EV sales. A record 1.2 million units were sold in 2023. Although their market share is increasing, the frequently reported slowness is real. Sales growth is tapering off, according to data. Among the factors causing legacy manufacturers to observe Tesla's aggressive strategy has been to slow down EV sales. 2023 pricing reductions, but legacy many hybrids are still being sold by automakers, notably the plugless standard ones. At a dealership, a hybrid is taken off the truck. Frequently, such a car already has a client, thus it doesn't even matter if it genuinely needs to sell. Data from January 2023 and February 2024 are compared because hybrids are still far more popular than both EVs and internal combustion engines. You only need to look at the business that introduced the hybrid to the general public about 20 years ago. Environmental organizations and Toyota Pro EV say the biggest car maker in the world has missed out on lobbying to stall the EV revolution, despite its battery experimentation with electric cars previously. The business has maintained for a long time that the bridge to full electrification will take a while and that most customers aren't prepared for all-electric vehicles. There are just 2 EVs available from Toyota, and neither sells well amounts. But in 2023, its hybrid sales and plug-ins rose by over 28% compared to the previous year. They comprise roughly 30% of the Japanese portfolio of Behemoth. Toyota hasn't altered the product planning structure and described why we've kept saying this very, very concisely. We were made fun of for it a year ago. We received congratulations for it today. Neither of them influences us. The American competitor and occasional partner of Toyota, Ford, has a longer history of marketing electric vehicles, and in greater amounts. Sales of the company's well-known Mustang Mach-E and the F-150 Lightning increased by over 18% in 2023, in contrast to the year prior. Hybrids continued to surpass that leap by more than a quarter. Jim Farley, CEO of Ford, stated that the carmaker would delay planned EV investments of roughly $12 billion, investment and reduction in output of the hybrid F-150 pickup instead of an electric one. As far as EVs are concerned, this is our year to actually carry out and observe development there. Therefore, it's a good performance in 23. I'm quite pleased with the crew. However, The business stated in early 2024 that it would bring plug-in hybrids back to the North American lineup. When examining their primary clientele, several of these infrastructures for humans are not developed in certain areas where they reside. If they have people who are returning to dealerships that used to sell General Motors automobiles, it will be somewhat simpler to convert these individuals into hybrids than it is to them into electric vehicles. EV issues. There is intense pressure on automakers to adhere to ongoing federal fuel economy restrictions norms. The fleet of a single business must strike 58 miles per gallon as the average goal by 2032, compared to the current rule of 49 miles by 2026. In March 2024, the EPA also released standards, which demand that 35% to 56% of automobiles be fully electric by 2032, when family expenses in the US increase throughout the rates for gasoline and board at 3.5 average of $2 per gallon. Before going on, remember, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff like this. For many people, hybrid cars offer a sweet spot, ICE. Market share for cars is declining, while EV sales are becoming flat. There is a shortage of early adopters. Nonetheless, many claim that these cars aren't prepared for the general. As the mass market approaches, those people are much more difficult to sell to. They cost a lot more, are far more aware of the product, and have a lot more questions. And I believe that will seriously affect the rate of EV adoption for a long time. And it would have been the case anyhow. The typical interest rate for a loan for a new car is more than 7%. It's higher than 11%. Therefore, when we consider our financial situation, it most likely is less than what we previously could afford. It is difficult to accept that I can purchase a car, or perhaps a hybrid car for, say, $700 a month, and a drink around 9 or 10 o'clock. There has been a notable increase, EV challenges and infrastructure. EVs have compelling features. They are easier and less expensive to keep up, and charging is far less expensive than refilling in regions of the nation where the cost of gas is greater. However, there are still obstacles, comparatively lengthy charging periods, as well as a lack of infrastructure for public charging. However, many others remark, "I just don't want the hassle of being an EV owner. It's as if my life has already had enough of a challenge. There is no need for me to go learn a completely new way of doing things, to simply drive and travel to the locations I desire." Putting it on paper is simple. Hey, I'm going to spend X more on gas than I did on the quantity of power. Fantastic. I will be ahead of the game in terms of price in 18 months. However, convenience is invaluable. I'm considering running my family across 4 states once a year to take a vacation. 3 days to get there is not something I want to undertake. That convenience element could override the 100% of consumers who are not in the EV sector. It cannot be measured. Enjoyed this content? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel for more, and drop a comment below to share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.